Hello friends, welcome to the Graphics channel. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most basic, yet also one of the most misunderstood tools in the market, trend lines. This is probably the most used tool in chart analysis, but also the place where the most mistakes are made. Why? Because drawing a line looks easy. But if you don't know the details, that line will only reflect what's in your head, not the reality of the market. Today, I'll explain what a trend really is, how to draw trend lines, and how to understand their strength. If you're ready, let's start right after the intro. First, the most basic question, what is a trend? A trend is the main direction of price over time. In an uptrend, price keeps making higher highs and higher lows. In a downtrend, price makes lower highs and lower lows. If price moves back and forth within a range, that's called a sideways trend. A trend is basically the mood of the market. Think of it this way. If people are eager to buy, the market flows upward. If selling pressure dominates, the market slides downward. If indecision takes over, the price consolidates. That's why understanding the trend is critical. If you move against the market's mood, you'll keep losing, just like I once did. About 2 years ago, Bitcoin was rising from $30,000 to $40,000. Everyone was talking about the rally, but I kept saying, it's gone up too much, it's going to fall now. I opened shorts and got stopped out. I tried again and got stopped again. One stop after another drained my capital because I ignored the trend. I was fighting it, but the market is stronger than you. The money in your pocket cannot move a $1 trillion market. So the rule is simple, always stand with the trend. Now let's move on to trend lines. A trend line is the simplest but most powerful tool to visualize the main direction of price. In an uptrend, you draw a line connecting the lows. You need at least 2 lows to start, but 2 points only give you an idea. When the third low touches the line, the trend line is confirmed and gains credibility. In a downtrend, you do the same but by connecting the highs. If each pullback creates a lower high, that's a downtrend and you connect them to form the line. One important thing, once you draw a trend line, it's not sacred. As the market evolves, you may need to adjust your line. The trend is alive, it develops, breaks, reforms. So don't get stuck on one fixed line. Stay flexible. How do we measure the strength of a trend line? Number of tests. If price touches a trend line 3, 4, even 5 times, the line is strong. It means the market respects it. But remember, each test also weakens the line. By the 5th or 6th touch, the probability of a breakout increases. Duration. Is it a 1-week trend line or a 6-month trend line? A 6-month trend is much stronger because it reflects the behavior of bigger investors. So even if we see a breakdown on the weekly trend, the 6-month chart may still point to a reversal upward. Reaction. When price touches the line, does it bounce off strongly and quickly? If yes, that's a powerful trend line. But if price lingers around the line too long, be careful, it could be the calm before the breakout. So, how do you actually trade with a trend line? There are a few basic strategies. Bounce strategy. When price touches the line and reacts, you trade that reaction. In an uptrend, if price touches the line and a bullish candle forms, you can go long. In a downtrend, if price touches the line and a bearish candle forms, you can go short. The key here is patience. Sometimes price touches the line but doesn't react immediately. If you jump in too early, you'll get stopped out. Always wait for the market to confirm. Breakout strategy. Price breaks through the trend line. Most beginners rush in immediately, but the safer method is to wait for a retest. After breaking, price comes back to test the line from the other side. If the retest holds, that's a strong signal of a trend reversal. For example, a downtrend line breaks, price pulls back to test it, and bounces upward. That's a confirmation of a new uptrend and a great place to go long. Combining with indicators. A trend line is powerful on its own, but when combined with RSI, MACD, or volume, the signal gets stronger. Example, the downtrend line breaks, and at the same time, RSI shows a bullish divergence, or volume spikes at the breakout. That adds strong confirmation. A very important psychological mistake. Beginners often fight the trend. In an uptrend, they keep thinking, it's gone too high, it must fall now, and open shorts. In a downtrend, they think, it's fallen too much, it must bounce now, and open longs. But that's not how trends work. Nobody knows how long a trend will last. An uptrend can continue for months. A downtrend can last for years. Your job is not to fight it, but to trade with it. Some extra tips. Always check trend lines across multiple time frames. Daily charts show the big picture. Hourly charts show medium-term opportunities. 15-minute charts help with precise entries and exits. Combining them gives you a clearer view. Use parallel channels. After drawing a trend line, add a parallel line on the opposite side. This reveals the channel price is moving in. Inside this channel, price swings up and down. The bottom acts as support, the top as resistance. When the channel breaks, big opportunities arise. Final thoughts. A trend line may look simple, but it reflects the deep psychology of the market. Millions of traders are looking at those same lines. If your line and mine match at the same spot, then that point becomes a real decision zone in the market. That's why trend lines don't just show direction, they show collective human behavior. So today, we covered what a trend is, how to draw trend lines, how to measure their strength, and how to turn them into strategies. From now on, when you look at a chart, you won't just see price, you'll see direction, strength, and opportunity. Remember, the trend is your friend, but only if you draw it correctly. Draw it right and you cut through the market's noise. Draw it wrong and you're lost in illusions. So next time you look at a chart, ask yourself, who is the trend with? Am I with the trend or against it? If you're with the trend, your chances will always be higher. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and drop a comment sharing your favorite trend line strategy. See you in the next video.